Hello friends, in this lecture we will be talking about the diagnostic check. That means how we are going to check, that means how we are going to diagnose the ARIMA model with that we have fitted. That means the model that we have created, is this a best model or not? So some diagnostic check is necessary. So before watching this video, please go through the previous video so that you can have an idea that how we reach at this step. So in the last video, we have learned that we have uploaded the file named share price where three variables are there and we are working on the N225. That means we are working on the Japan series. So in the previous video, we have learned how to attach the file, what package are required, how to check the stationarity, and how to calculate or how to identify the best fitted model with the help of auto.arima and how to create a model. So now we are going to check the diagnostic part. So we are ready to learn how we are going to check our model whether it's fit or not. So diagnostic means we have to check the residuals. Now the question arises, what do you mean by the word residuals? So residuals in the time series model are what is left over after fitting a model. That means we are seeing all those things which is left over after fitting the model. Once we have fit the model, so whatever is left, that is known as residuals in time series. Now residuals are very helpful in checking whether the model has adequately captured the information in the data or not. So if you want to do your forecast and if you have to see that your forecast is not biased, so you have to do the diagnostic checking. So first thing is that for the residuals we have to create the residual parameter. Now the question arises why we are creating the residual parameter. So once we have created the residual parameters, we should see that there is no correlation between the residuals. And if we find that there is a correlation between the residuals, it means that there is some information that is left in the residuals which should be used in forecasting. So we are going to check the first thing in residuals, we are going to check they are not correlated. Second thing, we will be checking that the residuals have zero mean. And the third thing that we will be checking in residuals is that they are normally distributed. So first of all, let's create the parameter. So I am storing the value in ET. So ET is equals to residual and we have to write the name of a model. So our model name was MODEL model RN225. Now how I get this model? For this, please go to the previous video so that you are able to understand how this model is created. Now see over here, the vector is created with the name ET and ET means I have stored the residuals in the name ET. You can write any name XYZ. So whatever you want, I have stored in ET. Now let's do the diagnostic check. So that means first diagnostic check is we have to see whether there is any correlation between the residuals or not. So there are different methods to do this part. So first of all, let's see whether there is a correlation or not. We are using the command ACF, auto correlation function. So ACF, and we have to check whether there is a correlation between residuals or not. And my residuals are stored in variable, or you can say in vector ET. So I am writing ET. Now see over here, this is my graph for residuals. Now you can see these are the control limits lines and these spikes are not touching these lines, and you can see that this spike is crossing this line at around 24 lakh. So that means till here there is no autocorrelation. So that means my residuals are independent. There is no autocorrelation. So we have passed the first step. Second step is to check whether these residuals have constant mean at 0 or not. So let's take the help of plot.ts and we want to make the graph of residuals. So now let's make the graph and this is the graph. And now if we are going to put a straight line from 0 you will see that the mean is 0. There is a constant mean in residuals which is at 0. That means we have also passed the second step. Now the third step is to plot the graph of histogram to check whether my residuals are normally distributed or not. So for that we are using the command gghistogram and then my variable name, that means residuals et. Now see over here in this graph you will see that this is your histogram and it is bell shaped and it is normally distributed. So that means we have also passed the third step. So all the steps are passed, so we can say that my residuals are not correlated, it is normally distributed and it has a 0 mean. So my diagnostic check is done. Now this is the part when the diagnostic check is divided into 3 parts. Now we can use the command also for box Ljung box test also, or box Pierce test also. Now let's see this test. The command will be box.test and then you have to write your residual. So my residual is ET, so I am writing ET. Lag we can take 10 lag, and fit then you have to write type. Type is you can write box Pierce or Ljung box. And then you have to write fit df. Fit df means it's a combination of your lags of AR model and MA model. So if you remember, my AR model was 2 and MA model is 1. So I can write 3. So let's see this test. Now these are the results of this test. Now let's write over here if I'm seeing this part. Now in this, if we are using this test box.test, so in this my null hypothesis is residuals follow IID. That means residuals are independent. They are not correlated. And if you will see the result of box Pierce or Ljung box test, it says that your p-value is more than 5% level of significance, which means we accept our null hypothesis and it gives us the validity that my residuals are independent and there is no correlation between my residuals. So that means we can do the diagnostic checking either by ACF using the command ACF, your plot.ts, gghistogram, or by using the box.test. So it's up to you which part you are going to check or you can do the diagnostic. So that's all for the diagnostic part. In the next video, we will learn how to forecast the time series data. Thank you.